A warm good afternoon. I think after lunch it is very difficult to talk on topics of advanced topics like AI and drones, that too in rural innovations. So I'll just take to the glimpse like what we are doing exactly in the drones and AI in our facility. And if anybody is having any doubts, they can interrupt in between. So yeah, TiHAN stands for Technology Innovation about on Autonomous Navigation. It was funded by Department of Science and Technology under National Mission Interdisciplinary Cyber Physical Systems. So similar to this hub, there are other 22 verticals in cyber physical systems. Other IITs, NITs, IIITs, ISC are working. So autonomous navigation was awarded to IIT Hyderabad under Professor Rajalakshmi ma'am. Ma'am is a project director as well as professor at electrical and AI departments. So what our exact vision and mission, like we want to do real autonomous navigation use cases specific to Indian scenarios and data acquisition, which is very important to develop the AI stack. That is also a very important role in the autonomous navigation. And we support regulatory framework bodies across globe. We give work with them to give the technology what we are developing with to validate in our test tracks. And we have a living labs and unique facility. This is the first of its kind in India. We have a test bed which is equipped with all the infrastructure in terms of connected vehicles and in terms of testing in all Indian scenarios. Around 300 plus scenarios we tested and validated. And we have other facilities like drone testing facility also along with that. Coming to the application side, like we are working on the transportation and agriculture, farming, infrastructure, defense development applications. So what we do day in day out activities in TiHAN, like we collaborate with industry partners for joint R&D development, and we do transfer of technology to the industry partners, and we do innovation support. We support to the students who are having any innovative idea, like up to 5 lakhs we can support by providing entrepreneurship in residence sponsor. And we support startups, around 45 startups we supported across India, which are aligning with autonomous navigation, specifically into drones and ground vehicles. And we do international collaborators both in academia and industry. In academia, we have a chair professors across renowned universities and renowned professors who are aligning working with autonomous navigation. We are collaborating with them and we are coming up with the joint development activities in the research and development innovations. We do skill development activities. We conduct various skilling activities in terms of workshops, in terms of skill development activities from 2 to 1 week courses we conducted so far. Yeah, and we do our own in-house R&D development. We are around 100 plus members who work on this technology developments in TiHAN IIT Hyderabad. So these are the different verticals from the system integration to till business case studies. We do end-to-end in cyber physical systems towards autonomous navigation. So this is a complete IIT Hyderabad map where the round arrow is indicated from there. Our test bed is there, around 10 acres of lab, which is having around 4 kilometers of test tracks, and we have a drone netted facility where we can test 1000 kg payload drone, which is having with all equipped motion capture cameras. We have a lot many more for connected vehicles like smart poles. So these are the unique facilities where we are now getting, like in next couple of weeks, all this will be operational. Like we are getting rainfall and fog testing, where we can play with the intensity of rainfall and the fog. We can test complete end-to-end scenario, or we can test the redundancy of the sensor, how it is performing, efficiency of the algorithms also. And we are also coming up with sunlight testing also equipment, and we can create the adverse weather condition testing scenarios in our test bed facility, indoor as well as outdoor. And we are also getting a eVTOL vertiports to come up with air corridors between airports as well as between the nearest cities or towns. So we are coming up with air corridors between personalized air vehicle as well as with airports. So how we are going to do, like we create a basic maneuvers, basic traffic scenarios, or if any specific, like we can navigate the vehicle through different geometrics like roundabout, S curve, T curve, and interaction and surrounding vehicle communication things. And we can create a risky prone scenarios from the simulation, whatever we are testing, n number of test scenarios. From that we can choose and pick, and we can demonstrate in our test bed facility. To align with simulation results, we have a digital twin map of our test bed facility also. So when we started working on autonomous navigation around 5 years back, we adopted to the global available data sets which are from abroad, but none of them are working in real time. All are very good in giving simulation results more than 90%, but in real time, due to adverse weather conditions or traffic maneuvers in India, none of them algorithms were working. So in that regard, we collected data of Hyderabad around 4,000 kilometers, and then we realized we have to collect multimodal data set, not only with one sensor. So we sent our data acquisition vehicle from IIT Hyderabad to IIT Jammu to collect around 35 cities we collected. With all required driver behavior patterns we collected. The data is around 60 TB. Sorry. Yeah, around 60 TB and 10,000 plus kilometers continuous data we have. The sensors equipped here are LiDAR, 360 degrees LiDAR, 6 radars and 6 cameras and 6 ultrasonic sensors and one GNSS system we used. And these are the some of the fusion algorithms to improve the efficiency of the models, not only depending on the single sensor data. We fused the data to have more redundancy and which can be used in high-speed autonomous vehicles. We can see some of the projections like camera plus LiDAR or camera plus radar applications. So to label this data, around 4 years back only, we made an automated labeling tool for bounding box detections. And this we made it as an open source also. Currently few of the OEMs are using this tool. Now we are coming up with a self-supervised learning without any human in the loop for labeling also, with generative AI, based on the generative AI and agentic AI. So this is a complete stack where we develop in the ground vehicles, coming to specific to the ground vehicles. So we don't depend on the vehicle side. We completely depend on developing on the algorithm level. So in our case, we are assuming that vehicle is ready as per the requirement of autonomous development, navigation development. So we work with the different varieties of vehicles, like from IC engine, EV, and hydrogen fuel also. Like we have a capability of team which can convert any vehicle which is available in the market. We can convert into drive-by-wire, and we can work with different sensors. Like as I said, we work with individual and fused sensors, and we'll come up with perception stack planning and controller logic with different controllers like PID, MPC, reinforcement learning. As I said, like moving forward, we are also moving an end-to-end algorithms like HydraNet and PSPNet, these kind of things. Currently, those are in the development stage. This we started long back. So one more our milestone project, we deployed our campus, autonomous campus shuttle in our campus around 2.5 years back, August 2023. And around 25,000 plus kilometers it got continuously tested in our campus. Who is stepping in IIT Hyderabad, they can get the experience of this from our main gate to hostel circle. And we also deployed across multiple locations in India with ecosystem partners who can use this technology in their facilities. We also developed, demonstrated to Novel Dockyard Visakhapatnam, and we also demonstrated in Labasana to the one of the uh, administrative training officers. So here we demonstrated a drone which the pilot is sitting in IIT Hyderabad, and drone was flown in Labasana. This was using 5G we demonstrated, and one more we demonstrated an autonomous vehicle. We also got an experience how an autonomous vehicle will respond and sense in the hilly terrain places. We can see there is no driver in the loop at all. And these are the recent demonstrations we demonstrated in AP Secretariat, and they were very much interested to use this vehicle in the upcoming IT says hills in Visakhapatnam. Not only for the mobility, they also want to use this vehicle for the surveillance applications for 24/7 accessibility of mobility in that locations. So this is one more again milestone project, I can say, swarm of autonomous ground vehicles, or we call it generally as a platooning of the vehicles. The first vehicle is equipped with all the sensors, and the other two vehicles are following as per the first vehicle instructions which is getting. Especially this can be used in mining applications as well as in warehouse applications for continuous mobility. Yeah, we are also started testing 2 months back on high-speed autonomous vehicle. We tested up to 80 kilometers per hour speed in our facility. Now we are also testing outside near the campus, from Gachibowli to Shankarpalli Road. We are testing with support of Telangana Police. And this is also one of the unique project we done with collaboration of Suzuki Motor Corporation, Japan, specific to Indian scenarios like pothole, speed bump detection, lane road detection, obstacle classification and detection, traffic light, traffic sign detections. These are the very unique challenges generally we see on the road, how a pothole can be detected, how an autonomous vehicle can navigate. And speed bumps, generally we see variations of speed bumps which are not aligning to IRC standards, with marking, without marking. So we came up with an AI algorithms which can detect based on the bump size and the color orientation, all these things. And we are also detecting the lanes without lane markings. An algorithm will identify if there is no lane markings. Virtually it will create a lanes, and it will try to be center of the vehicle. And driving space and alternate driving space is very much useful when we want to overtake the or obstacle avoidance applications. And we came up with pedestrian intention prediction, whether sometimes generally we see in Indian context some pedestrians come into center of the road and they will take the decision to cross the road or not. So we are able to predict the intention of the pedestrian around 80%. So we are achieving more by collecting real time data. And coming to traffic light, traffic signages, as per IRC standards, we have 70 plus traffic signages like mandatory, cautionary, informatory. So our vehicle will respond to most of the 60 plus traffic scenarios, and vehicle will navigate as per the traffic signages. Same with traffic lights also. Generally we will see full blown traffic light or arrow based, or like a pedestrian crossing or pedestrian red light. Total we identified around 12, and we developed an algorithm which will work very generic on all type of traffic light detections. Yeah, this is one of the off-road autonomous vehicle. Generally, we developed first initially for the warehouse applications, and later we shifted to for outdoor also, for agriculture as well as defense applications. It's called Varaha. We equipped with thermal camera. Recently, we tested in our campus for HVAC leakage detections, where the leakages are happening in the AC vents. We tested. It will go into the tunnel where there is no light visibility, and it will identify those things. And this is about the CV2X applications, connected vehicles, like how an vehicle to vehicle communication happens and vehicle to infrastructure applications. Generally, this will be very much useful in emergency applications to create a green corridor or for VIP convoy vehicles. So without any human in the loop, traffic controller will get communicated with an emergency vehicle which is approaching in that route, and it can create a green corridor without any human in the loop. And by integrating AI, it can identify the traffic congestion and the approaching vehicle speed. According to that, it can create a green corridor, how much time it has to enable with green light based on the traffic congestion and duration also, timing, whether it is in the morning or evening based on the traffic congestions. Yeah, coming to drones, like to give a brief, like we started working with from the starting of nano drone, which can carry, which is weights about 50 grams without any payload. Just we integrated a small camera without any data analytics. And we have a bio-inspired flapping drones, especially for surveillance applications or for longer endurance, which can collect the data and it can gets destroyed by itself for longer endurance, like 4 hours, 6 hours of time. And we have a medium micro drones, especially for the surveillance applications and for the drug delivery applications. And we have a heavy payload drones, like up to 200 kg we have, where we are targeting air taxi, air cargo, air ambulance applications. So this is one of the, sorry, I think video is not playing. Can you play the video? Anyone? Any video? Akkade undi direct with cursor. It's not. Just bring cursor onto the video. There you will get it. Yeah. So this is 180 kg payload drone, which we tested in our facility around 5 kilometers. And endurance around 30 minutes. Now we are identifying some remote locations where we can go for higher altitude and higher endurance and long distance covering. And that is a complete prototype, how it looks like a personalized air vehicle for carrying one person. It's completely driven autonomously. So this is one more application we are targeting for air cargo. This is also, can you play video? Yeah. It can lift up to 200 kg payload, raw dead weight. Currently, we are testing in our campus again. So like we have variants, like from 25 kg to same design up to 200 kg we have. Different variations in the sizes, variations in the endurance. So now, due to the recent happened incidents, everyone is looking towards Make in India drones, especially indigenous, to overcome the limitations and challenges with the data breaching all these applications. So we started working on our own T circle, like T controller, where we are coming up with our own embedded board which can be programmable with the controller, flight controller, as well as with the ground control station, which will work with all Indian regional languages. Especially generally when we see mission planner will be in the English, and we are coming up with regional languages around 15 we incorporated, and we are working many more. Everywhere we are using AI. Without that we could now achieve this much in the short time. So everywhere we are using AI. For ground control station we are using NLP applications, where all it can incorporate. And we also came up with surveillance drone and the spraying drone. Completely we are making towards indigenous. Currently complete project is around covered 80% of indigenous, 20% also we are going to meet very soon. And we are currently in the type C certification homologation we are trying to get. So this project we done especially to detect the water, stagnated water, and to identify the mosquito larvae stagnated on the water, and to identify those locations and mark those GPS locations, and the drone with fertilizer spraying drone will go and it will spray the intensity of the requirement of the fertilizer there. So this we done especially for one of the Air Force project. Yeah, this is the distributed surveillance drones, like to cover with minimal drones larger area. In terms of 1,000 acres, we can use a set of 20-25 drones and we can cover. And we also came up with drug delivery drone from our campus. There is a MNR Medical College, which is around 10 kilometers. We tested behind visual line of sight with live transmitting. Yeah, this is a payload dropping drone we demonstrated to Indian Army in Jammu Kashmir, Udhampur. You can see how there was a request to drop the payload around 1 meter accuracy. We demonstrated with 0.5 meter accuracy, and we are working on centimeter level accuracy to have a precise target detection. And this is about the indoor navigation drone. We made it complete with indigenous. Now we are going for Type C certificate. It can navigate through a small window size, and it can enter into the any house or any building, and it can map the complete inside picture, and it can do the analytics. What kind of things are there? What kind of objects inside the rooms? Based on that, in the ground control station, we can take the decision without any human in the loop. Yeah, this is one of the bio-inspired flapping drone. We can see honeybee concept, like the flapping drone. Based on the flapping, we can generate the electricity using piezoelectric concept, and it can sustain for longer endurance. Once after it is getting, it can destroy by itself. So this is a teaming, communicating between aerial and ground vehicles. Especially we made for hilly terrain places where an autonomous off-road vehicle will reach. From there, if there is no chance, a drone can be flown and both will communicate, and how to take the decisions to further the communication we demonstrated. This is about the leader follower drone. Again, we use generally for taking decision or taking support for longer time, especially again for surveillance purposes we are using. This is a night watcher zero light visibility surveillance drone for detecting the pedestrian applications in the dense areas we made. Yeah, this is about the brief of an TiHAN facility. What we are doing, like we have a facility where people can access this as a service, or they can part of some of the developments. We can come up as a co-development together. And all these applications also aligns with rural innovation, rural development. Majority of the things now, technology when is adopting in India, first it is going to adapted by rural people, and we are seeing that especially in the drones, like spraying drones nowadays, it is very, very common in every town, every village. So all these applications will align towards that. Due to the IP or current ongoing activities, I will show few of the activities what we done relevant to agriculture, relevant to rural innovation applications, and in the disaster management. So in agriculture, we collaborated with ICRISAT and Rajendra Nagar Agriculture University. We collected data, huge data with different sensors like RGB, hyperspectral, multispectral, to get the plant phenotyping, health monitoring, and nutrition, all these things. Along with that, we also have a spraying drone. So this two can be, we are trying to integrate now together to know the intensity of the plant, or to know, have a early prediction of the disease of the plant, and to have a fertilizer before the disease spreads to all the plants. And we also do mapping of the agriculture plots of the different plantations. With that also we will see that growth and yield of the plant in different terms. Yeah. So now that's what, like, we are coming up with more robust, more advanced, precision spraying with low cost, achieving end to end. We are integrating together on a single platform. Yeah, complete integration also we are working together like end to end. We are coming up with a single app where everything will be communicated there, not only from the farmer side, from end to end, how much, what kind of pesticides he kept, everything can be logged in a single mobile app, and from there they can know the who is the end user, all these requirements also. Yeah, these are the few things, like we are also looking like cutting edge drone innovations, especially towards rural innovation developments. If somebody is interested, they can reach out to TiHAN website. We'll generally call for proposals for every 3 months for startup entrepreneurship in residence and R&D development applications. And we also part of Vijayawada floods rescue team last time. We are around 10 people. We deployed in the real field to have a data acquisition and water logging detections and pedestrian if anybody is blocked or in the water. And we given complete coverage with a portal where they can know how many issues has been resolved and how many issues are open. We've closely worked with different people in Vijayawada, like collectors and others. We given a complete portal, and that was also recently refining is happening to use in all the disaster teams across India. Yeah. So the other one is like we are also now coming up with agriculture drones for precision by integrating lidar, multispectral, hyperspectral camera applications to an end-to-end drone. Yeah. So we are now working on federated learning to have more diversified applications in agriculture. So we are working on reinforcement, federated learning, and imitation learning towards the development of applications in rural agriculture farming. Yeah. So reach out to us, like we support in technology development, product development. We have complete prototype lab, and as I said, like we have complete simulation labs, virtual and physical. Yeah. Just we are working on smart cities now. AI smart cities are coming across India. We are working with them how these technologies can be adapted and deployed. So recently in Gujarat, in Dholera, one of the AI smart city, we are working with them to deploy our campus shuttle. The campus shuttle, which we saw the video, we are making more like a robo taxi or robo capsule with complete 360 degrees coverage and more safety security features in the vehicle. Yeah. Thank you, everyone.